Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. I'll be reviewing one of the action figures from Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 3, the third wave of action figures that they have released. These came out in 2019. I have already reviewed the Beast Morphers Blue Ranger, and later I will review the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, and later I will review the Mighty Morphin Lord Drakon. So this time I will review the Dino Charge Gold Ranger. I have not seen this season yet, so I'm not familiar with the character, but it does look like a nice character, or a nice action figure here. I like the window box where we can see the action figure and the accessories that it comes with. We can inspect it to make sure everything is in good shape. I like the packaging design that they have here, where they have a picture of the character and it wraps around to this side here, so that looks kind of nice. On the top, there's nothing there. On the bottom is some manufacturing information. Here's the other side, and the back has some manufacturing information on the bottom here, and a picture of the action figure in a pose. What is missing is a cross-cell showing the other action figures from this third wave of Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Seems a little bit odd. So anyway, I will open this action figure up and review it in just a moment. Here are some of the accessories that come with the Dino Charge Gold Ranger. We get some sort of effects piece, some kind of gold lightning effect. Kind of soft and pliable, but we can wrap this around perhaps an arm or a weapon, so looks interesting. We also get a pair of hands. These are the hands that came in the action figure tray. I did not remove the hands from the action figure itself yet. It looks like a fisted right hand and a karate chopping left hand. So nicely sculpted. They have long pegs there, and they all have hinges. And these, I just wonder how fragile they are. I just think these things are likely to break eventually, and I certainly don't want it breaking in my hand while I'm trying to pull them out or put them back in the arm. That's why I don't really enjoy the removable hands. And here's the human head. I have not seen the show yet, so I don't know if this looks like the actor that portrays the character or not, but the head itself seems to be pretty nice there. Looks alright. And here's the helmeted head. I like it. It looks pretty nice. And extra spikes sticking out the back, so I wasn't expecting that because I haven't seen the show yet. But looks pretty nice. And then here's a weapon. I think this is the handle here, but for some reason this part opens up, so now I'm really curious as to what's going on with this, so I really have to watch that show as soon as I can. So it looks like a nice little feature there. And there is one other accessory, and it came attached to the action figure in the package. And here it is. It's on the arm, and in order to take it off we have to be able to pull off the hand because it's holding the weapon in place, because it's wrapped around the wrist here, and then here's the handle, and it has a little blade sticking out. And I had removed the head, not too much trouble. I put my thumb under it and push up this way. But this one, I started pulling out the hand, and it just felt like I was having a lot of trouble pulling it out. Now, maybe I have to use a hairdryer. I don't enjoy having to use a hairdryer on an action figure. So I thought that would be pretty hard, and they have long, narrow pegs. This one would be a little bit hard to get to because I have to get that part out of the way and then try to get a good grip and pull out, and I just think eventually it's just going to break or something's going to happen, so maybe I'll just leave that on for now. So other than that, these accessories are pretty nice. Here is the Dino Charge Gold Ranger. Let's see how tall this action figure is. Looks like just a little bit less than 6 inches tall, or about 15 centimeters tall. So it's just a bit shorter than the others by a tiny bit. Maybe it's because the legs are spread out here a little bit. But I had a little trouble getting it to stand. So let's take a quick look at the action figure. So the helmet's interesting. It has this extra spike sticking out. Seems to be nicely painted there. So I don't know how accurate it is to the show. I'm hoping it's pretty accurate. Here's some extra plastic pieces attached to the body. So I think it's glued there. Looks like it's nicely painted. It's very pliable plastic here. So looks interesting. So if they're little kids, maybe you want to teach little kids to not rip this thing off. That would be a shame. Interesting design here. Looks like a little bit of scales on the arms, just like on the Dino Charge Red Ranger. Here's this extra weapon that's attached to the arm there. In order to remove it, you have to pull out the hand, and I haven't done that yet. I'm not really inspired to do that based on the other things going on with this action figure, and I'll explain in just a moment. Nicely sculpted hands. No painting detail there, but the rest of the body looks pretty nice. Here's a belt piece. It kind of moves around. Might be glued in place on the back here, but it's pliable plastic. Lots of sculpted details, so it looks like cloth over skin. So there are a few wrinkles here and there. Same thing with the boots. Nice color. Not exactly gold, but pretty close. Peg holes in the heels of the feet there. So it looks pretty nice. Okay, let's take a look at the articulation here. Now when I first pulled it out of the package, I was able to move the head up and down, but I couldn't turn it. And then I was suddenly able to turn it. I don't know what happened, but it seemed stuck at first, but after pushing it, then I was able to turn it. So it does turn from side to side, and no tilting. So in order to remove the head, I like to put my thumb under it and gently push up. A little easier sometimes. Or pull from this side. There we go. And it pops off, and then we can pop it back on. I haven't put the human head on, so I prefer the helmeted head. And then with the Dino Charge Red Ranger, the scales on the arms there cause big problems with moving the shoulders up. But here, they seem to be able to do that. Well, before I get to that, there were some butterfly joints here. Some pretty nice butterfly joints. Those are working nicely. Okay, then we can move the arms up. There's some strong ratcheting, so seems to be about as far as I can get it up there. Same thing on this side, and then I'll bring it back down. They are loosening up a little bit, but still it's pretty hard and just about impossible on the Red Ranger, so I'm happy this one's working there. Bicep cuts where it swivels, both sides. Double jointed elbows. Pretty nice. There we go, that works. And then the wrist will turn, and there's a hinge. So that one's nice. And this wrist will turn. There's also a hinge. That one's working there. So I'm going to have to work up the courage to pull this hand off sometime. Maybe I'll just use a hairdryer to make it more pliable, and that should make it easier for me to pull it off. Not something I really enjoy, and it's a little difficult with this one, with this piece in the way. I just don't want to break it. You know, I just don't know my own strength, apparently. And there's a diaphragm cut where we can crunch forward a little bit, go back a little bit, go around, so that's alright. And then a couple of joints here where we can crunch forward just a little bit. And move back a little bit, or a lot. So that's ratcheted. But there's no waist cut. The Power Rangers Lightning Collection doesn't have any waist cut or twist. Then we can do the splits. This side seems a little better than this one. We can kick forward. That's pretty good. But not back very much. Kick forward and not back. And then there's an upper thigh cut here. So that one works. That one works. And there's a double jointed knee. This one works. And double jointed knee. Nope, only the top one. Only the top one is bending. I haven't been able to get this lower part here bending at all. So it seems to be stuck. So I'll have to try a hair dryer, see if I can loosen it up. But it seems really stuck to me. So I'm disappointed with that. And there's a boot cut here. So that one works. There should be a boot cut here, but nope, doesn't seem to be working for me. And then the ankle joints. Very tight. I did get it to move before, but there we go. There's one. There we go. Pretty tight. Let's see if I can get them up. And go up a little bit, but pretty hard. And then I'll put them back in the neutral position. And then there's ankle pivot. So I'm just really disappointed about this leg here. The boot cut is not working and the lower knee joint is not working. And I'm just nervous about pulling these hands out, because I can get it that far. I could probably get it all the way off, but you know, putting them back in is pretty hard too. So the hair dryer trick might work, but I don't really enjoy having to do that. Now let's see if I can get this to stand again. Takes a little bit of work to get this one balanced. There we go. Now, going to be a little difficult. There we go. Here is the Dino Charge Gold Ranger next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. And on the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. Here is Dino Charge Gold Ranger next to a pair of 6-inch action figures. On the right is the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares. And on the left is the Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic action figure by Hasbro. It looks like those are both just a little bit taller than this one. Here is Dino Charge Gold Ranger next to a pair of 7-inch action figures. On the right is the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And on the left is the DC Multiverse Green Lantern Kyle Rayner action figure by McFarlane Toys. Here is Dino Charge Gold Ranger next to the Dino Charge Red Ranger. The Dino Charge Red Ranger came from the first wave of Power Rangers Lightning Collection. And it looks like they have identical parts. For the most part, nearly identical parts, except maybe the upper torso is just a little bit different between the two. There's a different design here. Another difference is it looks like the gloves on the Red Ranger here have been painted, whereas this one has not been painted. This has some extra parts on it, extra pliable plastic parts on the shoulders there. But other than that, it looks like it's identical. Even the upper arms are scaly on both of them. However, I still have not been able to move the arms up on this Red Ranger, so I'm still disappointed about that. And looks like this one has a big problem with the leg here, but the legs on this one seem to be working okay. So, looks nice. It would be better if all the joints worked properly right out of the package, but still looks nice. The HammerTron sledgehammer rating for Dino Charge Gold Ranger is not good. I'm just very unhappy about the knee joint and the bootcut joint here not working. I'm very, very unhappy about that. I am pleasantly surprised that the shoulder joints worked with the scaly armor, where I had a bigger problem with that in the Dino Charge Red Ranger. So I am pleased that that part is working. So perhaps that's just a rare problem, and I just happen to be unlucky to have a problem with the leg on this particular action figure. Maybe most of them are working just fine. This part, having to pull off the hands in order to get to this part, just seems a little odd and worrisome to me because of the thin little peg. Sooner or later I think that's going to break, and then how am I going to get a replacement, because they don't seem to be making this particular action figure anymore. I hope they continue to re-release it, because I'm sure there are many fans that would enjoy having it. But anyway, I'm just not pleased with this particular one due to the problems with the joints. It does look cool. I do like how it looks. Yeah, the action figures have to look good. If they don't look good, I'm not even going to bother with them, but at least it looks good, so that's why I bought it. I just want all the joints to work. So at least I can get it to stand, so I can put it in some poses. So it's not completely worthless, but with the cost, at the time I bought this, this was $19.99 plus more for sales tax. I expect something that works. Now with higher prices, I don't know if the quality has improved to justify the higher prices, or if they just increased the price because of the materials and other reasons, which is too bad. But I don't know if they're going to increase the quality like they should. So anyway, thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.